While I was scrolling through my Instagram feed, I came across a TikTok video that shows a male doing a perfect eyeliner. All girls seem to find hot and skilled at the art of drawing the eyeliner. I couldn't agree more, except for one thing. The guy is wearing eyeliner and he acts proud of it. So I asked. I'm still confused as in why men are using makeup. The community backfired. Even though I hit reply to one of the people, I was actually replying to all of them, but I just couldn't be bothered to write their username. So I replied, because makeup is used either to hide some certain insecurities you have about your looks primarily as a woman, or to seduce. And whereas it's true that things don't usually have a gender, humans do. Feminizing men is not attractive. The same how masculinizing women is not either. A male with makeup doesn't inspire me confidence or dominance, thus I won't feel safe with a partner that cannot protect me. So once again, why a man needs to wear makeup? Mind you guys, I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. I am not looking to start an argument about gender equality here. I had to mention this because in writing, people cannot hear the tone of the voice, so I wanted to let you know that's out of the question. After this comment, it felt like a keyboard war had started. I'm not going to disclose the person's name, so we're going to call her X. While reading her comments, I realized that she is the image of people that have the opposite beliefs that I have. And her thoughts and beliefs were actually the thoughts and beliefs of all of them. And since her comments were quite lengthy, I figured I needed to wrap my response in a video. I'm trying to avoid people getting confused, so I'm just going to break her comment down in phrases and sentences, and I'm going to try and respond to almost everything she said. She gets back to me with, I'm shocked by the ignorance of your comment. If you take a look at the article from Science of People about why do women wear makeup, you're going to see that an estimated 40% of American women do not like to leave their homes without makeup on. Researchers show that there are two primary reasons why women wear makeup: camouflage and seduction. Those 44% of women believe that if they show their natural untouched face, they won't be able to accomplish either of those things, and they will be treated differently. It turns out there is some science to back up the fears driving them to wear makeup every day. Another article from the Psychology Today states that, quoting, in general, modern cosmetics do seem to target features that make sense from an evolutionary standpoint. Since women's fertility is linked to youth and health, why not use makeup to promote impressions that are consistent with their characteristics? As for the long-standing question of why most men don't typically wear similar makeup, evolutionary psychologists might point out that men have different demands when it comes to reproduction. Instead of exaggerating youth and health to showcase their fertility, men, unburdened by a shorter fertile window, might focus instead on displaying wealth or resources, potentially valuable assets for women choosing partners. In other words, most women don't wear makeup in order to express themselves, but rather to obviously look as fresh as possible for the best potential mate, even though that means we're not consciously applying foundation with that thought in mind, and also to highlight their femininity, which in return boosts your confidence as a woman. It doesn't matter what you find attractive, you're just some random chick. You don't get to say feminization of men is not attractive, so why do they do it? You wouldn't bother to reply with so much passion if what I say wouldn't matter. Isn't that true? Because you aren't the only person with a sexual preference in the world. That is true. You expect everybody to make choices based on what you think is attractive. When did I say that? Like, who even are you? Lots of people find makeup attractive on any gender. Lots of people love pink and makeup and sparkles on guys. And lots of people love strong girls with short hair and strong jawlines who don't wear any makeup and who dress masculine. The majority of people respond to women's highlighted feminine features. I'm not sure that lots of people like makeup and sparkles on guys, unless they're performing some kind of show when they're showcasing a strong physique, like perhaps someone from Cirque du Soleil. I never said that masculine women or feminine men are not loved or worthy of love. My point was that in terms of what's attractive to a woman is a masculine man, and what's attractive to a man is a healthy young woman. Quoting, a 2010 study from the University of Wales Institute found that men pictured with a silver Bentley were perceived as way more attractive than those pictured with a red Ford Fiesta. And a 2014 study from Cardiff Metropolitan University found that men pictured in a luxury apartment were rated more attractive than those in a control group. Interestingly, men don't seem to be more attractive to women when they're pictured in a high status context. I don't know why you feel like it's your place to make some sort of universal rule on this is what is attractive and this is what is not. And this is the way it is because I said so. You're just one random person. I never said what's attractive because I said so, nor did I wake up one day and made the rules. What is attractive is built within our DNA. It's what evolution has decided, for the lack of better words. I'm quoting, in general, female mammals prefer high-ranking males who can subdue their rivals, thereby demonstrating good genes and biological quality. Men's greater interest in the physical attractiveness of a partner was illustrated in research on online dating. Whereas men pay little attention to a woman's wealth or economic prospects, women tend to avoid dates who are uneducated, unemployed, or otherwise unlikely to be economically successful. As far as online dating is concerned, the criteria of men's interest in a woman is her physical appearance. Well, surprise, surprise. What exactly do you mean when you're calling me a random person? How come that you and your community are keyboard warriors for the rights of being accepted and not judged in the society based on how you look, are, or behave? But what you're doing right now is exactly what you're fighting for. Isn't that rather being a hypocrite? Newsflash, not everybody wants a partner who is going to be dominant over them. Most people actually want to be treated equal to their partners. That is really debatable. Like I said, human sexuality is built in from approximately between 200 to 300,000 years ago since the first Homo sapiens. What do you picture when I say a dominant male is attractive? Assertiveness and dominance are not a bad thing when done by people that are not using it to harm themselves or others. Dominance is not as straightforward as bad or that femininity is good, the same way how the world on this earth will never be a fair place. What's worse, dominance, toxic femininity, or toxic masculinity? I'll tell you what, anything that's toxic is unwelcome. Have we forgotten that humans have dominated the environment in order to survive? How do you think that we can be so comfortable today? If our ancestors wouldn't have wrestled with the environment and ultimately the entire world. What does being treated as equal mean? If being treated equally means that we want to have the right to do whatever we want, when we want, with whoever we want, we ought to remember that with every right comes responsibility and accountability. Are you ready to take on the responsibility that dominant males have taken for ages? Are you ready to go out into the world and be wrestled down like dominant men are? How do you think men behave with each other? Are you ready to get out there to be cold and battle with the world? In other words, are we really ready to confront the responsibility a dominant male has and is doing every day? And if you are, wouldn't you yourself have to become dominant? Because wanting only the rights, it's not enough. We think that having the freedom to do and say absolutely everything we want has no consequences or responsibility. There is a downside to everything in this world. There is no winning. It's what you can and want to put up with in order to have the life you want. And there you have the freedom of choice. It's like there's no perfect partner in this world. It's what you're willing to put up with in everyone's flaws that will help you last in longer relationships or even for life. Wearing makeup doesn't mean that you are a less stronger human than you would have been without makeup. It's just little color on your face. It doesn't affect your strength or bravery. No, wearing makeup doesn't make you a less strong human. I believe that within every one of us lies a warrior. Otherwise, we wouldn't be striving as a species. However, we are animals, whether we like it or not, and we didn't always have a language to communicate. According to Khan Academy, Homo sapiens developed a capacity for language about 50,000 years ago. So until 50,000 years ago, how do you think that humans used to communicate? How did a woman from 100,000 years ago used to detect which mate to choose, and based on what she was choosing? If not from the resources, strength, and how dominant the male was over the tribe and the environment. Can you imagine where we would be today if 100,000 years ago women would have focused on the men that had the time to spend on making their face pretty with glitter, instead the ones who killed the prey and fought the enemy? Look, I get it. It's a different world today and we all want less of the judgment of others, and we seek acceptance and kindness from the world. I have nothing against men that want glitter or women that have a strong jaw. My point was never that I reject people's expressivity, personality, or uniqueness, if you will. But that doesn't mean that what's embedded within us will change. At least not while we are alive. That's stupid. Nobody needs to wear makeup, but lots of people like to, and that's just fine. You don't need to wear makeup. Why do you do it? It's true that nobody needs to wear makeup. I rarely use makeup, but I do like to feel the benefits of it when I do, and I do it for the same reason all women do it. If only reasons you've ever worn makeup are, like you said, to hide something about yourself you're ashamed of, or to attract a sexual partner, that's really, really sad. Well, we see the world how we are. It's sad that you would really think that those are the only two reasons to wear it, because so many people use makeup as a method of self-expression, to add a little color, sparkle, fun to their day, or just because it makes them happy. Can't deny the fact that makeup can be used to create personalities, act, or enjoy a spark on your face. Even though the guy shown in the video is obviously attractive, his behavior doesn't match his looks. As far as my womanly intuition goes, his behavior suggests that he's looking for reassurance and attention. And seeking attention and validation from the world is usually displayed by females. And since I'm not a lesbian, I don't find that attractive. Anyway, at this point, I didn't want to reply. There was so much to say about it, and I definitely didn't want to make that comment thread anything about this gender equality and male and female sexuality. That was the point when I really didn't want to reply anymore, because I didn't see any reason why I should reply, since someone was really convinced about their assumption about me and so on and so forth, and I definitely didn't want to make it about this in that video and that person's Instagram page. I'm sure they didn't post that to see me and other people going back and forth about our beliefs about human sexuality and so on and so forth. So I genuinely didn't want to respond, but then she came back with this: you genuinely wanted to hear my thoughts. That's what you said. I don't know why would you say that and just make someone waste their time explaining to you why it's okay for any person to wear makeup, only to have never even opened your mind in the first place. I told you before and I'll mention it again. You've made a lot of assumptions about me and the way I am, based on very or almost no information at all. I'm curious if you talk to me like that face to face. I'm not being embarrassed nor defensive because I have nothing to defend. And she said, I didn't make a single assumption. Let's see. And by you saying men who are feminine and women who are masculine are unattractive, lots of people who dressed in those ways can see what you said and could have their feelings hurt for no reason. Exactly. They will have their feelings hurt for no reason. It's actually our own responsibility how we react to what people say. If anyone got offended by what I have stated in my comment, it's solely their responsibility because I can't control what you feel about what I say. That is within you. You allow yourself to feel sad, enraged, or hurt by what people say. But that doesn't mean that people are hurting you. You people these days get triggered by anything at any time, like you certainly prove in these comments. If you cared to read my comment, rather than react to it, you'd see that I don't bully or throw hate at anyone, makeup or not. You said it yourself. If anyone that reads the comments that I said, they will get hurt for no reason. That doesn't mean I'm responsible for the no reason that people will get hurt by. However, please feel free to screenshot or quote how rude I was and where I said shitty things about people that dress in that ways anyway. I was talking about makeup on men and you turned it in anything and everything. Please open your mind and stop trying to police or criticize other people's gender expression when it's not your business and nobody asked. Again, like I said, you've assumed many things about me based on an Instagram bio and the facts that I stated in a comment on Instagram. I am not sure who's playing the police guy in this matter, but oh well, there we go. Honestly, the only expectation I have from this interaction is to just have answered your questions. I do not intend or want to change you or to be in your way of to feeling joy. At this point, I think I have explained myself as best as I can, and I don't require further comments from you. So please take the responsibility for the choice you're going to make, and don't blame it on me that I am the one who wastes your life with this. In the end, I did appreciate your thoughts, and I genuinely wanted to hear what you guys think about why men should wear makeup. Unfortunately, instead of giving me arguments why men should or are wearing makeup, it turned it about why I am the way I am and you making assumptions about the way I am. Don't take it too personally. Healthy arguments are good. You don't have to change your beliefs in order to communicate with someone that has different beliefs. That way, you might miss out on people that could bring value in your life. So by hanging them just because they don't happen to believe that glitter shines, it's just a waste of an opportunity. Take care of you, and I mean it. As always, thank everyone for watching. Hope this helped in any way. In the end, I wonder if my question shouldn't have asked the guy rather than the community thread. Anyway, see ya.